What's going on, guys? I'm gonna show you a recipe today that personally it's close to my heart. I love this. This is my favorite. Alright, I don't just like this kind of cake. I love this kind of cake. Alright, this is the kind of cake I would take this home and introduce it to my mother. I would take this out to a fancy dinner on its birthday and give it some sort of sentimental gift. I would wine and dine this cake. If I was financially stable and at the right place in my life, I would propose to this cake. I would take this cake on a very classy honeymoon. I love this cake. I am in love with this cake. Alright, carrot cake. This is delicious and it's so easy to fit into your macros when you make it this way. And guess who's gonna show you how.
Things you will need: 1 scoop of whey, 2 egg whites, half a teaspoon of both baking soda and baking powder. I'm using 60 grams of ground oats, 36 grams of coconut flour, 20 grams dates, and of course 200 grams of carrots. We're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
So before you go and mix everything up, you're going to want to grind your oats. It works best in a food processor. You could also use a blender, but a food processor is going to give a finer ground. I already have some ground up from the last time I made this, so I'm just going to go with that. We're using both baking soda and baking powder. Make sure they're fresh. Check the expiration date.
After adding most of the dry ingredients in, I'll add the egg whites to the food processor. "20 grams of dates is roughly 3. Make sure you weigh them out though.
Now, as far as protein powder goes, you got a lot of choices. Personally, for the cake, I like cinnamon flavored, Cycor, cinnamon swirl. A vanilla will work good. Also, like a red velvet, I've used that before and that works good. Just think something, what's gonna complement a carrot cake? What's gonna taste good inside of it? Obviously vanilla, unflavored. Cinnamon gets a thumbs up. Alright, so to finish up the dry ingredients, we're gonna add some coconut flour. And if you don't know about coconut flour, it is a great source of fiber. Just looking at this, per serving, 11 grams carbs, 8 grams of dietary fiber. Can't beat it. You can't. This whole bag of carrots was like $3, so I love carrots regardless. And I've shredded them before, and it takes, oh my gosh, it's a workout. To get the right amount of carrots, it takes some time doing it by hand, just up and down, up and down. Probably know what I'm talking about. But today we're gonna chop them, we're gonna put them in the food processor, we're gonna see how it works. Never done it before, but guaranteed it's easier. Alright, so some things you might want to add to, add a little bit of flavor. Cinnamon is one, just to taste. I mean, however much cinnamon you like. I don't know how much you want. And I don't really think you care how much I want. A little bit of sweetener. I'm using Truvia today. Again, however much you want. Everybody likes it different, sweetness-wise. I don't have any vanilla extract on me. Ugh, so unprepared. I'm using a little bit of Torani, vanilla, sugar-free, just to add a little bit more, if anything, liquid to make a mix easier. Anything else you want to throw in there? Nutmeg, ginger, pumpkin pie spice, walnuts maybe, it's up to you.
I have 2 8-inch cake pans and they've both been sprayed with some non-stick cooking spray, to which I'm going to evenly add my batter. Now I've doubled the recipe, so this is going to be a little bit more than what you have. These are going to go in the oven for roughly 20 minutes.
Alright, so those are going to stay in the oven for ooh, it's warm. Alright, so those are going to stay in the oven for about 20 minutes. We're going to test them, make sure they're good to go. Then we're going to let them cool off. I'm not going to put the icing on until they're cooled. So we'll see you tomorrow. tomorrow. Alright, it's actually only been like an hour, so. I've actually doubled the recipe because I plan on giving some away, but these pans are actually really cool because to get the cake out, not only have to, but all these have like a clip built in, so you just go spin this bad boy around, and then whoop, you got your cake ready. Watch. Whoop.
For the icing, we're going to need a quarter cup of Greek yogurt, half a scoop of casein, and almond milk to consistency.
Now I like to measure out of the yogurt because you're also going to get some on your spoon. Always mix it up because you always get like this little badger milk on top. They're weird. If you're using Optimum brand, be careful because 33 grams, and watch how much the scoop comes out to. This is definitely something you want to weigh. Get it? Weigh and casein. Oh! 33 grams serving, 10 grams off. Always weigh out your protein powders. It's almost a scoop and a half. Finally. Alright, and this is about the consistency you're after. You can see that. Oop. You can see that. You don't want it too thick because when it's in the refrigerator, it's going to thicken up a little bit.
Now you could use walnuts on the cake, but I'm trying to go a little bit lower on the fat here. So I've used Kashigo Lean Crunch. This is just like granola cereal. Really adds a nice texture to it.
And there she is. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Final macros posted here. It's a tasty treat.